public speaking before I tell. You guys know what it is.
Yeah, I do. I do know the meaning of public speaking. I mean, I have an idea what public speaking is. Yeah.
Okay. Public speaking refers to the act of speaking before a group of people in an organized, confident manner for a particular purpose. Public speaking may be used to educate people, inform listeners, motivate audience, entertain people, persuade others, and share ideas and opinions. So, examples of public speaking include delivering speeches, classroom presentations, debate competitions, church sermons, political campaigns, news broadcasting, anchoring ceremonies, and motivational speaking. Motivational speaking. Confidence, meaning of confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself and having the ability to do something successfully. A confident speaker speaks boldly, maintains eye contact, speaks clearly, controls nervousness, believes in personal ability, faces the audience comfortably. Confidence can help speakers communicate effectively without fear or confusion. Aliana, do you think that's true? Anyone can talk effectively and very good in public because of their confidence,
Because of the words.
because of a little confidence.
Please, can you come again? Anyone can.
Anyone can speak properly and talk to an audience because of a little confidence. You believe that?
Because of a little confidence.
Yes.
Little. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do believe that. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do. What about you?
Yeah, I also believe that because public speaking helps us all. Martin Luther King Jr. helped us all because of public speaking. Public speaking has saved us many times in the past. Okay,
Okay.
now we are moving on to characteristics of a confident speaker. Number one, good eye contact. Eye contact helps the speaker connect with the audience. Looking at the listeners shows seriousness and confidence. Benefits of eye contact gains gains audience attention, build trust, shows boldness, and last but not least, makes communication more effective. Number two is a clear voice projection. A confident speaker speaks loudly and clearly enough for everyone to hear. A good voice should be audible, clear, calm, and well controlled. The speaker should avoid mumbling, shouting unnecessarily, speaking too fast, and speaking too fast. Number three, good posture. Posture refers to the way a person sits or stands. A confident speaker sits upright, avoids bending excessively, avoids unnecessary movements, and faces the audience properly. Good posture shows discipline and confidence. Number four is proper dressing. Neat appearances contribute to confidence. A, speak, a speaker should dress neatly, wear clean clothes, maintain proper hygiene, and appear responsible. Good dressing improves first impression. Good dressing improves first impression. Number five, proper presentation. Presentation helps a speaker understand the topic, the topic very well before speaking. Very well before speaking. Representing presenting may include reading, researching, practicing, and organizing points. Prepared prepared speakers are more confident than unprepared speakers. Number six, positive attitude. Positive thinking helps reduce fear. A confident speaker believes I can do it, I am prepared, and I will speak successfully. Negative thinking increases nervousness. Causes of fear during causes of fear during speaking, during public speaking. Many people experience fear while speaking publicly. Elian, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever felt fear speaking publicly? Or has anyone else ever felt fear speaking publicly?
Yeah, yeah, I have. There was a time when I attended the meeting and they were teaching us some stuff and they told us if any of us has question and I raised my hand. A couple of us raised our hands, but when it was about to reach my turn to ask questions, I was nervous, I was scared. I mean, I was standing in front of a lot of people and I was anxious. I was thinking that how am I going to say these things? How am I going to put my question together in a way that the people will understand? How am I going to face the audience? Stuff like that. Of course, I've experienced farewell speaking publicly. Yes, I have.
Okay, thank you.
What about you?
Yeah, I have. There was this time in my class, my taekwondo class, my practice, where we had to say a lot of stuff about ourselves and our favorite taekwondo instructor. I said, I said it. I was scared at first. Thought I would say the wrong things. Maybe embarrass myself, look too soft. So I said this stuff and told myself it'd be fine. I said everything and it all went out very nicely.
Okay.
Okay.
So how can we overcome that? I mean, how can we overcome that? Let's say in a situation whereby we had to maybe they ask us for our point of view and they ask us to say what do we think about stuff like that, but maybe we have to ask the question. So how do we overcome that?
I honestly think, like the lesson notes stated, keeping a good attitude, like telling yourself, I can do this, everything work out fine, I am great, this will be
Okay.
the best. I trust myself. That is what I honestly think reduces fear.
Okay.
And I also think a good environment, like you're seeing other people around you doing very well, and then you're not good. That can be me. I can do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to rock this. I'm going to do it very well. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's how I think you can use it. So let me get back to the lesson. We are starting again. This fear is called stage fright. Number one, these are prophecies of stage fright. Number one, lack of preparation. When speakers do not study their topic well, they become nervous. They think they will fail because they don't know anything about it. And then they now start circling and start getting worried. What will they do? What will they do? Okay, so poor preparation leads to forgetting points, confusion, fear, and lack of confidence. Number two is fear, fear of making mistakes. Yeah, everybody gets there most of everybody gets there every twice or three times in their life at some times. You will be fearful that you're going to make everything wrong, make mistakes, that you didn't practice enough. It's honestly one of the world's biggest fears. Some people fear mispronouncing words, forgetting lines, and being laughed at. Being laughed at is the one people are scared of the most, in my opinion, because you can be trying your hardest to say a speech about your father that died in a car crash and you were trying to save someone, and then you start mispronouncing, and then people start making fun of you. So I personally think that fear is the worst one. What do you think? Aliana, what do you think?
What do you say? What do you say, stacking? Sorry, please can you come?
I said in the notes it says being some people fears in mispronouncing words, forgetting lines, and being laughed at.
Please, can you be more, sorry, excuse me. Please can you be more audible? Like I really
I
can't
can
hear
hear
you
you.
very well. Yes, like you're talking, I can hear your voice, but I just want your audibility to be a little bit more.
Okay. So in the lesson note it says some people fear some people fear mispronouncing lines, forgetting mispronouncing words, forgetting lines, and being laughed at. Being laughed at, I said, is my honestly, I think is the worst fear of them all, because you can be telling your a story about your father that died in a fire building trying to save people, and then you
Yeah,
mispronounce words, you start tumbling over yourself, and then people start laughing at you. You feel so humiliated.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I can relate with that because in school there is something we call presentations, whereby you have to present. It could be by groups, it could be individually. So at some point where you are presenting and probably your grammar was incorrect, people laughed at you, and at that point you just need to put on your confidence clothes and be determined that okay, yeah, you made a mistake, but you will not allow that to, like, reduce your preparedness for the presentation. You will not allow it to mess up your head. You get to understand. So we just have to be more courageous and more confident, especially when it comes to you present. You know, presentation is a lot. I don't know if you've presented before, whether in school, in meetings, in church, it could be anywhere.
Presentation is very hard. Research, putting
What do you
everything
think?
together. Presentation is very hard. You have to do research, you have to put everything together, and then you might still make a mistake, and then everything will be for nothing. Presentations are very hard.
What? Yeah. So have you experienced that? Like, have you presented in a meeting, school, church?
Yeah, I have actually.
So how is it like? How was it like for you? Were you scared? Were you
Honestly,
suspicious?
I'm a person of technology. It was easy for me to get everything researched and put everything together. But I was scared of that I wasn't good enough. That's what
Oh,
really,
you wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, you know that. Okay, you know that at some point, let's say, okay, there's this thing that we do in our church where we call it Sunday school. They might tell you that if you want to take the Sunday school class next week, this coming Sunday, and let's say you've prepared, like you take a lot of time to prepare, make sure that okay, when you get there, you already know what to say, you already know the next word to say, the next step is only for you to get there and you realize that what are you saying? It seems like you're saying are not even part of what you prepared for. You get actually speaking publicly is not an easy job, honestly. But I believe that with consistency, sometimes I envy those people that, in fact, people that are not even up to our age, like the way they speak publicly, the way they talk, the way they do their stuff, the way they present. Then I noticed that consistency is the key. You know, by the time you present today, you present tomorrow. You speak publicly. With time, you get used to it. You get used to the audience. I mean, you'll be new to the faces and all of that.
I understand.
Stacking, are you there?
Yeah,
Did you get what I said?
yeah, I heard everything you said, and I completely agree with you. Public speaking is a very hard subject, and it's honestly, but like you said, consistency and time. That's what it takes for everyone to master anything. Consistency and time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you should tell them about the winning, about how you can win.
What do you say?
I think you should tell them about the winning, how you can win, about how you can win.
I Please, can you be more audible?
I think you should tell them about the winning, how you can win.
How we can win? What exactly? Like lowest?
Our questions.
What do you say?
The data, if you answer our questions.
I don't understand you. What are you saying? Stacking?
I'm asking, you should tell the people about the learn fast, think fast, win faster.
Win fast. Sorry, I'm lost. Like win faster. I don't get.
As in how if they answer our questions, they'll win something.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, guys, now we are getting to this. To the moment whereby we ask questions, are you going to win? Could either be airtime, data. Be prepared to win any of the gift we have for you. All you have to do is just to answer the question. Are you guys ready? Are you guys prepared? All right, let's go. Stacking. Are we ready?
Yes, I am ready to continue.
All right. Continue.
Okay, these fears affect confidence negatively, and that can ruin your presentation and not help you a lot. Okay, number three.
You mean what? Okay.
Number three, lack of experience. Beginners often feel nervous because they are not used to speaking before an audience.
Exactly, exactly. Remember what I said the other time
This
that
is very
consistency is the key.
about how we need consistency and time. We don't just jump onto a stage and we're suddenly perfect.
Stacking, do you remember what I said? When I said consistency is the key, like consistency is like when you start to speak publicly. At first you could make a mistake, but the second time, the third time, you get used to it. That's what the number three is telling us here, that people often feel nervous because they lack the experience of speaking to audience. Like they are not used to speaking before audiences, but with experience, that could actually improve our confidence gradually. Like with time, with consistency, we get used to speaking to people, to audiences in any gatherings or meetings. Do you get?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to continue. Experience improves confidence gradually, and that is what helps you become a great public speaker. Number four, low self esteem. This one is on, yeah, this number four is also a very good fear. People might say
Yeah. Really
they're too
self-esteem.
ugly, they don't look for the
People
part,
love.
they're not smart enough, they won't be able to.
Yeah. People feeling like, oh, what if I people feeling like they don't believe in themselves, that can I really do this? Can I really speak to these people? Am I even in their class? Like these people are older than me. I mean, how can I address them? You get
Yeah,
starting to feel very low of yourself. You get.
yeah. Okay, so people who don't believe in themselves may fear public speaking. Low esteem causes shyness and fear. Low-esteem causing shyness, fear, and withdrawal from public activities. So if you have low esteem, you won't be able to join into your friends' birthday parties. You won't be able to go out much because you think that you will embarrass yourself. Okay, number five, fear of criticism. Some people worry that the listeners may judge them or criticize them negatively, which increases fear a lot. And yeah, I also agree with that. The most thing feared is criticism. That still falls under the being laughed at. The most thing feared about public speaking is criticism. And honestly, it's a lot, like we said, and consistency and time will help. Number six, poor communication skills. Lack of communication can increase nervousness. This includes examples include poor pronouncing, weak grammar, and poor organization of ideas. Ways to overcome stage fright. Now we're in another topic. We're no more in fears, we're in ways to overcome stage fright. Okay, so practice regularly. Yes, this is also a very good way to overcome. You keep practicing, trying again, improving, getting better and better. Practice regularly. Practice improves speaking ability and boost helps in confidence boost. Students should students should practice practice before mirrors, speak before friends, join debates, and participate in discussions. Regular 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 practice reduces fear. Number two, prepare thoroughly. Understanding the topic increasing Understanding the topic increases confidence. Preparation should involve research, notes, writing rehearsals, and organizing ideas. Thinking positively. Positive thoughts can help calm the mind. Should say thoughts like I will Speakers should avoid thoughts like I will fail, people will laugh at me. Yeah, that's what we just said. Negative thoughts can really have a dampen on your confidence. Instead, should focus on success. Yes, this is another thing. Apart from consistency and time and confidence, I also think focus helps a lot in public speaking. Do you? Do you, Miss Selena?
What do you say, Star King?
I said I said besides confidence and all the stuff we've talked about, I also think that focus helps in public speaking besides confidence and time.
Hmm. What do you say, Star King? So sorry.
I also instead of besides confidence and confidence and time, like we said, like you grow in time. Besides that, I also think focus helps.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. It helps very well.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, let's try making a list of this, a list of this, or a list of things that help you the most, and at the end we'll go over through them. So we have practice and time grow over time, and we have confidence and focus. We'll see what else we find. Okay, number four, taking deep breaths. Deep breathing helps reduce nervousness before speaking. This can also help you. believe in yourself, and help you in more activities. Okay. Number five, start with small audiences. Beginners should practice beginners should practice on smaller audiences like family members, friends, small classroom groups, and etc. Confidence grows gradually. Number six, focus on the message. Speakers should focus more on teaching or informing people rather than worrying about fear. Okay, yeah, that's honestly very good too. Number seven, improves communication skills. Reading books, learning vocabularies, and practicing pronunciation improves communication confidence. Importance of public speaking. We are now in the importance of public speaking. Public speaking is important in many areas of life. Number one, it builds confidence. Frequent speaking im- improves boldness and self-esteem. Yeah, I agree. Like when you do a presentation and then everybody loves it so much, you'll be like, "Yes, I did it so well. I'm so glad I did it well," and stuff like that. And number two, develops leadership skills. Leaders communicate regularly with people. Public speaking helps an individual become a better leader. Improves career opportunities. Good speakers perform well in interviews, meetings, presentations, and business negotiations. Encourages social interactions. Encourages social interactions. Public communication helps with helps people interact with others. Helps in education. Helps in education. Students often present assignments and projects publicly, hope, in hopes that they will get applause. Number six, help people influence society. Helps people influence society. Good speakers can motivate and inspire positive change. Qualities of a good speaker. Qualities of a good speaker. Number one is confidence. Number two is honesty. Number three is good listening skills. Number four is respectfulness. Number five is clear pronunciation. Number six is patience. Number seven is proper organization. Number eight is body language. And number nine is discipline. And number 10 is a good sense of timing. Okay, we have finished this lesson note. Let me just give a summary. Then I'll ask you a few questions before you ask them because I have these questions to ask. Summary. Public speaking is an important communication skill that helps individuals express their ideas confidently before an audience. Confidence, preparation, eye contact, clear speech, and positive thinking are necessary for speaker, for a successful public speaker. Fear can overcome through regular practice. Fear can overcome but through regular practice and more preparation. Okay, and now I'm going to ask some more questions before you start asking questions. In the start of the lesson notes, it says at the end of this, people will be able to define public speaking and explain confidence and all that stuff. So I'm going to be asking everyone in the comment section if they really did listen, define all this stuff that is written here. Okay. Let's start with number one. Miss Eliana, please define public speaking for anyone in the room.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, according to what I've learned so far, I mentioned that public speaking is the act of speaking to a group of people or audience to inform, educate, or entertain them. Public speaking is also the ability to express your thoughts, your ideas, and feelings to individuals or a group of individuals.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Eliana, for that.
About that,
Yeah, I heard you. Okay, we still have six more. Number two, explain confidence in communication.
I should explain confidence and communication.
In communication, I think you also have the draft. So if you just go to the top, you'll see what I'm talking about. And number two is explain confidence in communication.
Okay, like you're asking, okay, I should explain confidence in communication. Okay, firstly, I'm going to, according to what I've learned so far in the lesson, I'm going to tell us the meaning of communication, then the meaning of confidence, and I will not explain the confidence in communication. So, communication is the process of sending and receiving information. It's just like the way you and I are talking, we are communicating.
Yeah.
You are sending to me, I'm the one receiving. I'm also sending to you, you're the one receiving. And also, communication is the process of sharing ideas, receiving and sending ideas, or feelings between people, just you and I, the way we have been discussing and talking. That's what communication entails. So for the confidence part, confidence is the belief in one's ability to do something successfully. Like it is when someone believes in his or herself that I can do this. So confidence in communication is just like, okay, let's say I want to talk to you now and I'm scared or I'm shy. I can just say to myself that, okay, I have the confidence. I believe I can talk to you. I believe I can discuss with you successfully. If I can share my ideas and feelings to you successfully. Or it could be someone I don't even know. Maybe someone older than me or a very big person. Let's say the president of the president of a country. So like I can be scared that wow, me talking to a president of a country, I might be scared. And what am I going to say to him? He's a global person. He's an international person. But when I have the confidence that okay, when I see the president of a country, I can speak to him or her. I can express my ideas. I can express my feelings very well. Yeah. So that's what
Okay.
I learned.
Okay, so now next up on the question list is number three. Mention qualities of a confident speaker. Can you hear me?
What did you say?
Mention qualities of a confident speaker.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Mention, mention qualities of a confident speaker.
Okay. 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 You're asking me to mention a quality of a confidence, like of a good speaker, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes. Are you? I keep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think for me, what I've learned so far, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Why do you?
Hello.
Hello.
Stacking, can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, I can hear you. What's going on?
I can hear you.
All right. Okay. So for me, what I learned based on the lesson. Okay. So based on the lesson, I think for me, one major quality of a public speaker is confidence. I mean, for you to be a good speaker, you have to have confidence. Confidence goes a long way when it comes to being a good speaker. And also, I also learned that you mentioned that we have to speak positively. Like as a good speaker, you have to be able to speak positively. I can do this. I will finish this successfully. And yeah, and another quality of a good speaker is eye contact. To be able to have eye contact for you to be a good speaker, you must you must be able to have an eye contact with the person or people you are.
Okay. Okay, so next thing on the list is explain causes of stage fright.
Are you asking me?
Yes, anyone can answer in the comment section.
All right. Okay, let's wait for people in the comment section.
Come on,
They can
guys.
answer.
Answer. You guys got this. Someone, come on, you got this. If you answer the question, you get winnings of data and other things we have for you, everyone. Answer. Everybody, come on. You guys can try. What are the explain the causes of stage fright? Let's go. Okay, it seems like they are not answering. So should we, Miss Eliana, please kindly give the
Okay, let me answer them.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I feel like in today's lesson, you taught us that stage fright is the fear or nervousness people feel before speaking or doing any or performing in public. You know, you mentioned fear. We talked about anxiety and nervousness. So I think that is what stage fright is basically all about. Stage fright is just the fear or nervousness people feel. You know, there are some of these artists, even before they become so popular or they become so big, before they get used to them performing on stage and all of that. I'm very sure that at the beginning of their career, they have this kind of feeling. I feel like almost everybody has this stage pride.
Yeah.
Like, because it's even worse for those people. Even like those artists like this, they would have practiced before coming on stage, but at some point they begin to feel like they. I don't know if you've experienced some used to feel like their heartbeat we started beating very fast. I used to feel it. I don't know if you felt that anytime when you are in public or you're about to speak publicly or something. So that's what stage fright is basically all about. The fear of nervousness people feel before speaking or performing in public.
Okay, thank you for that. And we got two more questions left. Oh wait, no, three. We number five. Discuss ways to overcome fear, aka stage fright.
What do you say?
I said our number five is to discuss ways to overcome fear, aka stage fright.
Is it? I don't understand. Is it the okay? One way to overcome stage fright, Abby.
Yeah.
Okay, I think one way to overcome stage fright for me, I think is regular practice. Regular practice. I said one time like consistency is the key. When you are being persistent,
Yeah. You said that.
yeah, regular practice, yeah, and being able to make the confident part of us to overcome the fear part of us. Yep.
Okay. And then we're on our second to last question. Before you start asking the questions, demonstrate public speaking skills. Okay. Technically, you've already done that because we're demonstrating public speaking skills right now. But the thing says to demonstrate public speaking skills. So
Is that for me or for the
we're basically demonstrating it, but let's leave it up to the people. You guys should go home and try to talk to a crowd or your family members or your friends.
okay then?
Okay, now for the last one before you start asking the official questions, explain the importance of public communication in society.
What do you say?
I said the last one before you ask questions is explain the importance of public communication in society.
The society. Okay, for me, uh, the importance is it helps us to it helps us to improve our communication skills, and it develop leadership skills as well, and it also improves career opportunities for people going for interviews, meetings, presentations, and business negotiations or deals. And also, it also encourages social interaction, like it makes us to be able to interact with anyone socially without no limitation. And it also help people influence the society. Like we can, being a good speaker can motivate and inspire positive change in the society. People can start to also learn from you. They also want to start speaking publicly. They also want to be a good speaker and all of that.
Yeah, I guess it. Yeah. Okay, now we are moving on to Miss Eliana to run the stage studio so she can start asking questions on public speaking. Once we are done asking questions on public speaking, we will move on to our next topic.
So can I ask my questions now?
Yes, you can start asking your questions that you've received.
All right. So we talked about for us to be a good speaker. One of the qualities we need to emulate is we need to be able to have eye contact. So my question is, why is eye contact important? Why is it very important?
Eye contact is important because you you get it looks the audience gets more. I don't know how to say it. The audience is more comfortable. Mm, as in when you're staring directly at them and not making any faces, they don't feel like you're going, I want to get out of here, I'm so bored or something. So yeah, that's what I feel like eye contact is with.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Well, for me, are you done? Are you done asking the questions?
yeah, I just wanted to tell you at the end of the lesson note, I think you also got it. There are already pre-made questions, aren't there? I'm just asking.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the note, there's pre-made questions. While Miss Aliana is checking for her pre-made questions, I hope you know you can answer our questions and win games, win data, airtime, or anything we can give that you would like. It is a very good thing. You answer questions and you get stuff, and you also learn. So everybody try to comment, join in, have fun. Everybody's here. So Leanne, have you found it?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. I was thinking I was going through the lesson note and I was thinking looking for the parts I did not understand very well. So that I can ask you and you give me some clarity about it. Okay, so when it comes to communication, there are I think there are two types of communication. We have verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So I want you to explain more about what verbal communication and non-verbal communication is all about. Like, what are they?
So you want me to explain what verbal communication and non-verbal communication are? Well, well, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Non-verbal communication, right?
Yeah, verbal and non-verbal communication. Yeah, okay.
Non-verbal.
Okay.
Mm, I think non-verbal communication is is a process of sending and receiving messages without words because it's not verbal and you shouldn't talk. We yeah, I learned it. It's basically facial expressions, gestures, body postures, eye contact, personal space. I think appearance, maybe. Yeah. Yes, non-verbal communication is basically telling the audience stuff without saying a word.
Yeah. Non-verbal is just communicating through your body language. communicating through your facial expressions or through gestures. I think that is what non-verbal communication is. And I think there's people that use that. We have this, people that they are so there's this signal stuff that they use for them. I think that's a no. I think that's a type of non-verbal communication. And for verbal communication is communication through spoken or written words.
Yeah,
Like
it's to
so.
exchange ideas or information with words. Yeah, yeah, like that. Okay, so um, but I think at the end of the doc there should be a pre-made questions of like what is public speaking, what is communication, what is confidence, who is a public speaker. At the end of the lesson notes. Miss Aliana,
Yes, stacking.
did you hear me?
Yeah, I do, but I do not get your exact word.
At the
Please, can you come
end,
again?
do you have the lesson notes that I'm reading from?
Yeah, actually, yeah,
So that
not really, but let me go to it because I was basically learning from you. I
so,
was just listening to what you're saying.
so yeah,
So, okay, I'm at the lesson note. What do you want me to check?
just go to the doc and scroll to the
Is
bottom.
it the objective?
Question.
Is it the objective?
Yeah?
The objectives, right? You want me to go to the instructional objectives? Or which part do you want me to go to?
At the very bottom of the lesson notes, you'll see.
Okay, the last part. Okay, okay, okay. I'm there. What should I check?
Have you seen the pre-made questions?
The what?
The pre-made questions in the lesson notes.
Yeah, 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 I can.
Yeah, that's what we need you to be asking, like what is public speaking, what is communication. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Start.
So guys, we are done learning what public communication skill all about, and I believe that we were able to learn one or two things from stacking. And just in case we have any question at all, we can always drop it in the comment section, and we will always answer. So now we'll be going to the next part of the section, which is stacking. What's the next section we are having?
We are having entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yes, entrepreneurship. I've seen it. So I'll be taking that part.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you can rest a little bit. Or do you want to continue? Or would you like to teach us? I mean, we
I
can
teach the last.
learn as well.
I can teach the last one. The last one's on computer science. So you take this one. I'll take this.
Okay. So all right then. So let me take this. So hello guys. So we are on the second section of the live stream, and we'll be talking about entrepreneurship basically, like what entrepreneurship is all about. So in case you have any question regarding entrepreneurship, anything you want to ask at all, maybe you are about to start your business or anything, or you have been hearing some stuff about entrepreneurship and you don't know what entrepreneurship is all about. So this is an opportunity for you to join our live stream, engage us, comment, and ask your questions, and we'll be ready to answer you. And also, do not forget that when it's time for us to ask our question, when you get the question right, there is a cash gift for you, and there's an airtime gift for you. Be ready, be prepared, and be ready to learn. So today so now we'll be discussing what entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is uh is one of the most important aspects of economic and social development in society. I mean, you see some people, you ask them that, what do you do? They will tell you, I'm an entrepreneur. You ask the next person, what do you do? They will tell you, I'm an entrepreneur. So in your mind, you'll be like, why is everybody doing entrepreneur? What is this entrepreneur all about? Now, I'm gonna tell you. Entrepreneurship, it involves identifying business opportunities, organizing resources, taking risk, and creating good strategies to satisfy human needs. Entrepreneurship is basically business, like the kind of business people do. You tell them, they will, you when you ask them that, what do you do, they will tell them an entrepreneur, and you'll be like, "Oh." So the next question they will ask you is, what are you preneuring? Meaning that, what kind of business are you in? You see some people, they are in skincare, some people they are in food, some people they are in um they are an influencer, TikTok content creator, and stuff like that. So a lot of people go into entrepreneurship because of unemployment. That's going to be the reason why people involve themselves in entrepreneurship, people involve themselves in business because they are unemployed and they want to have something to fight. Or there are some people that they are also employed, but they want an extra cash due to high level of responsibilities or bills. So they go into entrepreneurship. They go into their choice of business, and they make themselves self-employed. And also, entrepreneurship helps improve living standard. You know, there's people that they are salary earner, and before they collect salary, of course, they want to eat, they want to buy data, they want to take care of themselves, do one or two things. I mean, they won't be able to do that because they have to wait to the month end before they, so that when they collect their salary, they'll be able to do other stuff. But with entrepreneurship, you can improve your living standard by, okay, you want to eat this, you go for it. You want to buy data, you're able to buy it. You don't have to wait till you collect your salary and at the month end. So what another benefit of entrepreneurship is to encourage creativity and innovation. Yeah, it makes people to think beyond the normal. It makes people to be creative about their business. That, okay, this business I'm doing, this entrepreneur I'm doing, what am I gonna do to make it stand out? What am I gonna do to make it different from other businesses? Because let me tell you this, you can be into skincare and there are millions of people also doing skincare, but what will you do? What will make your own skincare brand, your skincare business to be different from
Yeah,
other skincare business and
that's what
brands
people
so that
miss
people can
mostly. They keep
patronize,
making, they
people
keep.
can
That's what people miss most.
also.
They keep just continue copying stuff, and then instead of taking something original, they just keep copying things over and over.
Okay, that's nice. Stacking, are you say something? Stacking, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, loud and clear.
Yes, I guess you were trying to say something. Please, can you go ahead?
I s-
Just tell me that you want to say something, then I will allow you to.
okay. I said that I think that everything everybody copies these days. That no one is trying to make anything original. Like let's say you like like we were talking about Game of Thrones. People who want to copy so bad they come up with a new movie called Game of Chairs.
Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's continue. Many successful business today, they started from small ideas developed by entrepreneurship. A lot of business people, some of them did not even go to school, some of them were not even educated, but because they have this idea that, okay, if I start this, okay, I'm gonna become big. So most of the big businesses we see, they started from small ideas, and also we must know that an entrepreneur is someone who creates, organizes, and manages a business while taking financial risk in order to make profit. So the importance of entrepreneurship is that it teaches individuals how to become self-reliant instead of depending completely on government jobs or employment opportunity. We have a lot of graduates, a lot of unemployed people that they are just there. They have nothing they are doing. But the moment they start to think of being an entrepreneur, it helps them to become self-reliant. They begin to think, they begin to get innovative ideas, they begin to get creative, they begin to think of how they are going to create goods or services to satisfy human needs and stuff like that. Now we'll be going basically into the lesson. So entrepreneurship is the process of starting, organizing, a business enterprise in order to make profit or solve problem in the society. For example, some people they open a restaurant to solve problem for people who don't have the time to cook. Some people they open some people begin to bake bread because it is an easy it is a fast food. In case someone is very hungry now, you are very hungry, like you are even so weak to cook, you can easily get bread, eat it with tea, or we eat it with peanut butter, and you are satisfied. So we must, when you call yourself an entrepreneur, know that you are solving problem in the society. So starting, if you are to be an entrepreneur, what kind of problem do you think you'll be solving in the society?
I would like which society? The Greek society? What society exactly?
Any kind of society you are, be any society.
Okay, let's say it's Nigerian society. Mm, I would honestly try my hardest to solve safety. Yes, safety is honestly a lot. I will try.
Please, can you come again? I mean, what kind of business will you be going into in order to solve problem in the society?
It will be a security business so I can get people more security cameras, safety, more electricity, and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, that's that's interesting. So we'll be looking at the examples of entrepreneurs. They include shop owners, fashion designers, farmers, bakers, tailors, technology innovators, restaurant owner. I mentioned restaurant owner, hairdressers, and business owners. So, starting, so let's talk about farmers. You're familiar with farmers, right? So, what kind of problem do you think they are solving in the society for farmers?
Food, yeah, I'm solving food because countries get their food. The food doesn't appear from thin air. How I think it works is that the government makes an arrangement with farmland, with a massive owner of the farmland. The owner will get them food like every 3 months, a lot of it, and then they will now sell. The farmer now sell it to them, and then the government now give it to malls and groceries, and now restock. They now restock.
Okay. So, what about business owners? What kind of problem do you think they are solving?
Less,
A
less,
problem
less
for
unemployment.
business owners. What do you say?
I said less unemployment.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Yeah, yeah, they are solving unemployment. They create job for people. Yeah, that's very nice. That's good. We are learning something, right?
Yeah,
Right, Star King? We are learning, right?
lots.
Yes, we are learning.
And
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
can
Are you
also
enjoying?
learn and win by commenting your answer when we start to ask questions.
Okay. So in case you have any question, you can easily do stacking as said. All right. So we're moving on to characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Okay. Being a successful entrepreneur, what are the characteristics? Do you have anyone in mind? Stacking.
Hmm. I think you have to be really smart, like really, really, really smart.
Okay. Smartness. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Any other thing?
I also think you should be able to make good decisions. Yes, good decisions is the best. It's always bad decisions that run companies into the ground.
Okay. For me, I think you should be able to be able to develop new ideas and solutions, creativity. I feel like for you to be a successful entrepreneur, you must be creative, you must be hardworking, don't give up. You should be- you must be able to take reasonable risk in business, reasonable risk in business. And I also feel like you must be disciplined, be able to manage your time, manage your money, and business activities properly. And also, I also feel like for you to be a successful entrepreneur, you must have good communication skills. You must be able to communicate effectively with customers and workers so that you will not so that you will not lose customer and at the same time lose workers because by the time you lose workers and you lose customers and you lose workers, of course that's a sign that your business is about to run down. And also I feel like another characteristic is that you must be patient. You must be patient, like you must have patience because all those big businesses that are now known in the world, they do not become big in a overnight. There is this saying that says,
Yes.
Rome wasn't built in a day. You get so business growth it requires patience and persistence. Like we must be patient for the business to become big. Or what do you think?
About what exactly?
Like patience. Patience being one of the characteristics of being an entrepreneur. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Patience.
you must be patient for your business to grow. I mean, your business can't just become big overnight.
No,
You must
no, no.
learn how to be patient and you also have to be persistent. Or what do you think?
If you know you're not patient, I don't think you should run a business.
What do you say?
I said, if you know you're not patient, I don't think you should run a business.
Yes, yes, you are very correct because business is gonna hmm, is you will learn when it comes to business when it comes to patience in business. Like you just have to be patient. And another thing is leadership ability. Like entrepreneurs should be able to lead and manage people effectively. Like effectively, they should be able to. They must have these leadership skills. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I actually think so too. Yeah, because like I said, people make decisions that run their business to the ground. Like they'll cut corners, not finish renovations in some places, and someone might get in accidents, and then you will not be sued. Miss Eliana, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay.
So so what have you learned so far? Stacking. As for me, I've learned what entrepreneurship is, characteristics of an entrepreneurship. What about you? What have you learned so far?
Characteristics of an entrepreneurship and what entrepreneurship is. Yeah. I love it when I just understand something so well. I don't know if you get the feeling. I just feel like I'm on top of the world.
What did you say? Come again.
I love it when I get something so well. I don't know how. I don't know if you feel it, but whenever I feel I get something really well, I feel like I'm on top of the world.
That's nice. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is very beautiful. So now we'll be moving on to importance of entrepreneurship. So far we've learned what entrepreneur is all about. We've talked about the characteristics of entrepreneurship and stuff like that. If so, now we'll be moving on to importance of entrepreneurship. And so, starting, tell me, why do you think entrepreneurship is important?
Hmm. Like you said, entrepreneurship is basically all businesses like fashion, like farming. So yeah, without entrepreneurship, we wouldn't have farming, we wouldn't have fashion, we wouldn't have a lot of stuff, and there would be basically there would be basically zero employment because there's no businesses to help them with employment. And then how will people pay for their houses? How will we even get the money to pay to build houses in the first place? So without entrepreneurship,
Okay,
society can't live.
okay. So another importance of entrepreneurship, I want you to think, why do you think it is, it's like entrepreneurship is very important in our society, in the world, even for yourself, even for yourself.
Hmm. Importance of entrepreneurship.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm thinking.
All right. Okay, wait. Starting, do you talk about employment, creation of employment? Do you mention it? Well, I was asking for the importance of entrepreneurship.
No.
Okay, let me talk about that. While you think of something else, so I'm gonna be talking about creation of employment. So one of the importance of entrepreneurship is the creation of employment. Like it creates job opportunities for people, for unemployed people, people that want to work and earn. That is one of the importance of entrepreneurship for me. Now, imagine we talked about the types of entrepreneurship and we mentioned business owners. I remember Starking mentioning, we talked about the examples of entrepreneurship and we mentioned business owners. And Starking said it creates job opportunities for people, which is which is good. So that's one of the importance of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship enables people to get a job, create job opportunities for people.
I have another importance.
Okay.
It gives happiness, like a lot.
What do you say?
Entrepreneurship gives happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me more? What do you mean happiness?
So let's say you have a dream job. Let me use that. You have a dream job. Italiano.
A dream job.
Yeah, a dream job. Let me use that.
Like a dream job.
Yeah,
Like a dream,
like a
my dream job.
yeah, like a job you want to do, or a company you want to own, or something. So, Miss Eliana, are you still there? Okay, so let's say your dream job is to work in a high place fashion place. Wouldn't that give you happiness if you achieve the dream job? You said, okay, she got disconnected. So, she got disconnected, guys. So now, she was talking about how we work. So I'll just be explaining until she gets back. Basically, what I'm saying about it being happiness is if your dream job is to work at a high-end steak party, a high-end restaurant, that will give you happiness. Okay, let's say the restaurant takes off. Everybody eating there gets happiness. Then you the person you the person earning money from the cafe, from the steakhouse, is gaining happiness because you have enough to afford your food, and you're not constantly worrying about bill. And then the owner of this steakhouse will be very happy because his steakhouse is thriving. It's just a chain reaction of happiness. So yeah. So can any of you tell me what your favorite your favorite mobile game? Yeah. Comment down your favorite mobile game. Everybody comment down your favorite mobile game. I wanna know. Mine is personally Brawl Stars. Everybody knows Brawl Stars is a mobile game. Well, let me. So, where is Miss Eliana? Need to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Guys, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And when we start doing questions, you have to answer because you could win something like something massive. Data, money, data, airtime, and even money. So yeah. So yeah. Okay. I think that I am going to be asking a few questions. Does anybody know how Martin Luther King Jr. died? Okay, I'll leave that for you guys to answer in the comments. Now, next question. What made Rosa Parks popular in the civil rights disputes? So basically, she refused to go on it. In fact, now let me read that out for you guys. Yeah. Okay, guys, comment down below what you what's your most favorite historical movie? What's your favorite spoken language? Mine is honestly the favorite. It has to be the I have a dream. I just like repeating it. I have a dream. Martin Luther King was an amazing person. So yeah. So yeah. So what am I gonna? Guys, comment down your answers for those questions. Let's let's get you everybody. Let's do it. Trick quest. Let's do it.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Hello. Oh, so sorry about that. My network just zoom me out. So where do we stop? So I was looking for you to.
Okay. So yeah, while you were gone, I was telling our audience about stuff, and I came up with a perfect answer. It's happiness.
Okay. What do you say?
It's happiness.
So I was, yeah. You mentioned it, and when I was telling you to like explain what you mean by happiness, like what do you mean it's great happiness?
Okay. Let's say you work at a very high end steak. Um, you work at a very high end steak restaurant, and it's run by an entrepreneur. So the entrepreneur's restaurant is going under, and he's sad and everything. So he starts hiring new candidates. You are a very talented chef, and some other five people are very talented. You and those other five people work together, and you love cooking a lot. So while you're cooking, you are happy. And then the steakhouse blows up. Then the owner is happy now too. Then people who come love your food so much and they leave very happy and full. And then you yourself who was drowning in bills before are no more drowning in bills and now you're happy. One business starts a chain reaction of happiness.
Okay, beautiful. I agree with you. That's nice. All right. So moving on, another importance of entrepreneurship is that reduction of poverty. It reduces poverty and improve income and economy. It also contributes to the growth of the economy of the country. And it also promotes self-reliance. It teaches people to depend on their skills and ability, and also improve standard of living. It makes people to earn more income and enables them to live a better life. Just like I said, you don't have to, some, for example, salary earners, they even before they spend, they have to wait till they collect their salary before they spend. So that's why entrepreneurship is very important. You don't have to wait till you collect salary, or you don't have to wait till you you don't have to wait till you get some money from maybe your uncle or anyone that promised you money. With entrepreneurship, you can spend when you want to spend. So now we're moving on to type of businesses. Type of businesses. So we'll be talking about the any kind of business the type of business you can go into being an entrepreneur. So the first one we'll be talking about is sole proprietorship, which is a business that is just owned by one person. Sole proprietorship is a kind of business that is owned by one person, which is the owner of the business. It includes saloons, small shops, and food businesses. Another one is partnership business. A partnership business is owned by two or more people. It could be a bank, it could be a company, it could be a pharmaceutical company or industrial company. It could be a very big company. That is partnership business, which is owned by two or more people. While the third one is limited liability company, and this is a larger business organization which is owned by shareholders. Shareholders like um like we can have up to 20 shareholders in that company. So when you have 20 shareholders in that company, we learn we learn we learn that that is a limited liability company. So the next one we'll be talking about is the cooperative society. A cooperative society is formed by people who work together for mutual benefit. Like a cooperative society, like everybody, like people that are in that cooperative society, they work together. No one is bigger, no one is big. Like they work together and for mutual benefit, like they have equal and the same benefit. So those are the types of businesses we have. So if you want to venture into any businesses or for being an entrepreneur, you can always choose any of the businesses you want to go to, either sole proprietorship, either a partnership business, either a limited liability company, or a cooperative society. So now we're going to the sources of business. So, sources of business capital. Stacking, tell me,
The source,
what are the sources of business capital?
the sources of business capital, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The sources of business capital refers to the money used to start and run a business.
What do you say?
The sources of business capital, right? So that's what you asked.
Yeah, the sources, yes.
Capital
Like where people
refers
get the money to start their businesses.
Capital refers to the money used to start and run a business.
Yeah, so what are the sources?
Sources include personal savings, loans from banks, family support, cooperative societies, and business investors. Okay, you can continue.
I can't hear you very well. Please, can you repeat? Sources of capital in businesses. It could be personal savings. Maybe you already have a idea that you want to start a business. Maybe in the next 5 years, you want to start a business.
Hello, hello, Mrs. Eliana. I can tell. Hello, Mrs. Eliana. How? And she's gone again. Mm. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just keep. Let me wait for Eliana and keep keeping this live. What do you guys? So yeah, we stopped at sources of business capital, guys. So let us continue with steps in starting a business. Now, if you guys want to be very rich and look like a cat, you would want to start a business most of the time. And then identifying a business idea is your number one step. Then you choose a product or service people need. That's your next step. Then your third step is to prepare
Like
a business
the
plan. Huh?
stacking, well done. Thank you for taking up. So I'm gonna continue. So Stacking already talked about the first one, which is to identify a business idea. So the second one is you have to prepare a business plan. You have to organize your goals and activities. Okay, in the next 3 months, what are my goals in this business? What are the things I'll be doing? How am I going to make sales? How am I going to make? How am I going to use social media to enable sales for my business? So the third one is raise capital. You need to get the money needed to start a business. You can have the best business ideas, but if you don't have the money, then the idea can't come to place. Money, and when you have the money to start a business, it enables your business
Yeah,
to begin.
that's
So
why
the
most
first
people
one,
aren't able to do their dream because it's a lot of money to start a business.
the thing is, it is not all business requires a lot of money. There are some business that you can start with 10,000, you can start with 20,000, and there are some business that don't even require capital at all. Sure,
What?
you know.
Oh yeah, like stuff like channels and stuff like that. Yeah,
Stuff like what?
stuff like a YouTube channel isn't really a business, so no, don't worry.
Stuff like what? No, I want to learn. Talk now.
Okay, I was about to say a YouTube channel, and I now thought a YouTube channel is not really a business, is it?
A YouTube channel, yeah, you don't need the money, but you still need money to get your equipment. You need money to get data. You need money to get laptop or a station where you'll be running your good thing.
And they might not even
So,
work, and they might not even work, and you still be paying rent. So even if you do start a YouTube thing, do not quit your job. You do the YouTube thing maybe like on weekends and be working. Maybe one day on
mhm,
your weekends, your video will take off and explode. And after a very long time of success, you then quit your job if you're getting too stressed. Not as soon as the success hits, you quit your job because it could have just been one lucky video.
mm-hmm. All right. So moving on, then after you register the business, well, we have a lot of business registration center. We have CAC, and we have other stuff like that. So, and then you can start your operation. You can begin production or service delivery. So that is that about that. So we're gonna be talking about challenges people and entrepreneurs challenges they face. So one of the challenges are lack of capital. They don't have they don't have sufficient money to run the business. So at some point the business will fail or the business will go down. Another one is
Well,
poor management
Eliana,
and
if
issues.
everybody,
Yeah.
yeah, just give me a minute. Everybody, don't forget you can also answer questions, and if you want to earn data, airtime, and maybe even money, just comment and try to get the right answer. And don't forget the most important thing of all, make sure to like and subscribe.
All right. Okay. So another challenges entrepreneurs face are competition.
Yeah, competition. Exactly. Someone better can come on the curve.
Hmm. And we also have economic problems, inflation and unstable prices. They may reduce an entrepreneur's profit. Let's say, okay, so that's why you have to have a
Get what
very
you mean,
good
I get what
plan.
you mean. So basically, inflation can go up, and then if you increase your prices, your
Compound.
customers might not like it, and then they might stop buying because you also need
Yeah.
profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like you're
All
spending
right.
those, and it's not like you're spawning the food out of thin air. You have to go to this thing, buy all the food, store it somewhere, then not stock it up.
All right. So, in summary, entrepreneurship is the process of creating and then managing a business in order to make profit and solve societal problems. Entrepreneurship contribute greatly to economic development by creating employment opportunities and encouraging innovations. Successful entrepreneurship possess qualities like creativity, discipline, confidence, patience, and leadership skills and ability. So we are done with entrepreneurship. Now it's the time for you to ask questions and also answer questions so that you can get airtime and data win. Yep. So let me ask you questions
Yeah,
that King or anyone in the comment can
you
answer.
can ask the
So
question.
what do you understand by entrepreneurship?
What?
What do you understand by entrepreneurship? Like what does entrepreneurship mean to you?
When I hear entrepreneurship, I hear business owner. That's what.
What do you say?
When I hear entrepreneurship, I hear business owner.
Okay. Beautiful. So examples of entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship can be different, like fashion, farming, restaurants. Wait, I have a question. How does
All right.
entrepreneurship work exactly? If you have
What
to,
do you
you
say?
have to own the business for it to be entrepreneurship, right?
Come again, please.
How does entrepreneurship work exactly? You have to own the business for it to be entrepreneurship, right?
I don't get you, Stacking. Please, can you be more audible, please?
Okay, okay. I am trying to get how does entrepreneurship exactly work? Do you have to own the business to be an entrepreneur?
You know, we mentioned the type of entrepreneurship business you can go to. Some you have to own, some you don't have to own. Some you have to be a shareholder, and some you have to be an investor or be part of the people leading the company. You get so it could be, it is at the part of the types of business you can own and you don't also have to own. You get, on the types of entrepreneurship we talked about four types, right? The first one we talked about sole proprietorship. So that one, it is owned by one person. You alone can own it. You can own a barbing salon, you can own a food business,
What's happening?
you can own a computer center or something. It is only owned by you. So you can choose to venture into that kind of entrepreneurship, or you can also choose to venture into the kind of business whereby it is owned by two or more people. Meaning that, let's say you want to open a very big company, you can it's like two people are partnering. It could be you and your friend. So you and your friend can partner together to own that business.
Hi,
Both of
Ariana.
you.
I know you guys are teaching. Just give me a minute. Sorry, Veto Power. Hi, Ariana. Hi, Crystal
All
there.
right.
Is Crystal with you?
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
she is, but
Crystal,
she
are you
left
there?
not quite long. Okay, she's here
No, I'm here.
actually.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'm
she's
here.
here.
Crystal and Aliana run the show for the next 1 hour. I want the Star King to go and eat, take a little bit of so in exactly, of course, 45 minutes is going to be back. So let him go and eat. So you guys keep going.
All right, Ma.
Hey, well done.
So, Tati, before you go, I was answering your question. So, do you get the answer?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
So you understand it now.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, you're
Thank
welcome.
you so
It's for
much.
two. Okay. So, Crystal, what's up? Do you have any question? Any question?
I should. I have few questions.
Yeah, go ahead. Enable me.
Okay. Okay. So, what is a business plan?
Okay, business plan. A business plan is like it could be a business plan is like a goal or activities that you want to do in the business. Like, okay, this business, how am I gonna go about it? How am I gonna make sales? How am I going to inform people about my business? Okay, how am I going to get or gather things I want to use for the business? Business plans are just the plans you have in store for your business, like how you are going to get creative, how you are going to get, how you are going to make some certain decision, how you are going to take some risk, 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 reasonable risk decision in your business. That is what business plan basically is. If you want to add,
Okay.
you can add. I mean, we are learning.
Okay. Next question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Why do businesses need customers?
Okay, businesses they need customer because they need to make profit. I mean, what's the point of being an entrepreneur or be a business owner if not to make profit? You get basically to make profit, right?
I just wanted to hear what you would say.
Am I correct?
Sure, that you're correct.
Yeah,
Without customers, businesses cannot make profit. So you are very much
at all,
correct.
at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mention
Okay.
one benefit of entrepreneurship to the society.
Ah, one of the basic benefits is it creates job opportunities. I mean, and it also it reduces I mean,
Party.
it reduces poverty. It improves
Lots.
standard of living. I mean, there are a lot of benefits for it. Being an entrepreneur.
Okay. One last question.
Okay.
Why is discipline important in entrepreneurship?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Discipline in entrepreneurship. Hmm. First of all, what's discipline? I think discipline is doing the right thing at the right time. So discipline is important in business and entrepreneurship because when you are disciplined, it helps you to manage your time. It helps you to manage your money, and it also helps you to manage your business activities properly. Because with discipline, you know that okay, you have to do this, you have to do this at this time. If you notice that oh, my business sales is running low, you have to I have to do something. This business must not go down. And if you notice that you're not taking more time on your business, you have to create enough time for your business so that you can make sales, make profit, and your business can grow.
Okay. Thank you very much for that explanation.
Welcome.
I'm done with the questions.
All right, so let me ask you a question. One or two questions, then we move to the next section. Okay.
Okay.
So why do they need patience?
Why the entrepreneur needs patience?
Yes.
Okay. Entrepreneur needs patience because business success takes time and effort. To succeed in business, it takes time. It does not all
Mm-hmm.
happen in one day. You need consistency, you need patience, a lot of it because it takes time and effort. Patience help
Yeah.
entrepreneurs continue working despite challenges, delay, or difficulties until the business becomes successful. So without patience, I doubt if any entrepreneur can be successful.
Interesting. That's very good. Okay, so my last question for this section, and we are done, is one. Can you mention one reason business fail? One reason businesses fail.
I would say poor management,
Okay.
planning and poor management, poor decision making can lead to business failure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, you know.
The number
Yes.
one.
Okay. All right. So, guys, before we finish this section, if you have any question, you can always ask. Need some clarity on some business question. You need help. You need anything. You can always ask us on the comment section. So in the next 5 minutes, Miss Krista will be taking the next section of the live stream.
Okay. Oh, you want me to move to the next topic myself?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem.
Yep.
No problem. So, hi guys, don't forget you can answer questions in the comment section, and you get to win airtime, you get to win data, and many more things. Okay, so let's talk about computer fundamentals. Now, I know a lot of us would think, oh, we did computer in secondary school, we did this in secondary school, we did that, but there are more to it. Then they taught us about CPU only, but there are so much more to the computer. So now, computers are important electronics devices used in homes, school, offices, hospitals, banks, and businesses. They help people perform tasks quickly, accurately, and efficiently. So in today's world, computers are used for communication, education, entertainment, research, banking, and many more other activities. Now, I can say many of us have our computer at home. We might not have the computer, but we can have like a laptop at home. Many of us is now like it's something that is very much needed in every home at this point in time. So now, computer fundamental refers to the basic knowledge and understanding of computer, their parts, functions, and uses. So learning computer fundamental helps individuals develop digital skills needed in modern society. So at the end of this teaching, there are some things I would want everybody here to understand. I want everybody to be able to define what a computer is. I want everybody to be able to explain computer fundamentals. I would want everybody to be able to mention the characteristic of a computer. I would want everybody to be able to identify the parts of a computer. I would also want everybody to be able to explain the functions of computer parts. I would want everybody to be able to mention types of computers. I would want everybody to be able to explain the importance of computer. And I will also want everybody to be able to mention advantages and disadvantages of computer. So now let's start from the meaning of a computer. If you are listening, if you're in the comment section, you can try to draft it down, jot it down. Eliana too. I'll ask you questions. Oh. So
No
listen,
problem. I'm ready for you, ma'am.
first you. So now what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts data, processes it, stores it, and produces information. Let me repeat. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data, processes it, stores it, and produces information. Now, a computer works with inputs, processing, storage, and outputs. So let's move to the meaning of computer fundamental because that is our topic. Okay? But we cannot just dive into computer fundamental without defining what a computer is, which is what I just did now. So let's move to what a computer fundamental is. A computer fundamental refers to the basic principles, knowledge, and understanding of computer and their operations. Very simple. It's just a form of you understanding what a computer is about, knowing its uses, its parts, everything, basic understanding about what a computer is. Now, it includes computer parts, functions of the computer, types of computers, uses of computers, and also the basics of computer operations. Now, what are the characteristics of a computer? Number one, I would say speed, because computers perform tasks very fast. If you ask me, number one should be speed. Number two is accuracy. Yes, computer produces correct results, but that is only when the proper data is entered. Like yesterday, I was watching a video of somebody posted, and someone posted that he told ChatGPT to do one thing for him. ChatGPT was doing something else. I just looked at it and laughed because the only problem there was the prompt it gave to ChatGPT. If the proper data is not entered, you wouldn't get what you want. It will not be accurate. So this also can go for computer because computer produces correct results, when proper data is entered. So now number 3 is storage. Computers can store large amounts of information. I bet you don't even know what and what a computer can store. It can store a very large amount, store things more than your phone would ever think of. It has a whole lot of large storage capacity to store a lot of things. So it's good for storage as well. Instead of always trying to delete things, trying to create spaces in your phone, you can store them in your computer. Okay, so number 4 is reliability. Computers work continuously without getting tired. Not like we humans that will work and work and work and will get tired at some point. Computers don't get tired. They don't get tired at all, but that does not mean you should now overuse them. Okay, so number 5 is versatility. Computers can perform different type of tasks. I hope you understand. They're not just in one place doing just a particular thing. No, they can do different things. They can write, they can this, they can that, they can do a lot of things, even at the same time. Yes, at the same time, you can open 100 different tabs and work on all of them at the same time, and everything will perform their different type of tasks without making mistakes. And number 6, which is the last, I would like to say automation. Computers can work automatically after receiving instructions. Yes, all you need to do is give it the right instructions, give it the right prompts, and boom, that's all you need. Now, what are the basic parts of a computer? Number 1 is the monitor. The monitor is that's the screen of the computer. Without the monitor, I don't think a computer is a computer, because you are basically not seeing anything you are doing. So the monitor displays information on the screen, and this is called an output device, not an input device. An output device because we can touch it, we can feel it. So number 2 is the keyboard. The keyboard is used for typing data into the computer. I'm sure we all know what the keyboard is, where we type, where we have our numbers, have our alphabets, and the rest of it. So that's what a keyboard is, and it's used for typing data into the computer. When you want to spell your name and you don't have a keyboard, there is no way for you to spell your name into the computer because there is no keyboard. So keyboard is the only form of typing data into the computer. Now let's talk about the mouse. The mouse helps control movements on the screen, and it is also an input device. Yes, it controls movement on the screen. When you want to click on this, you want to click on that, you cannot just touch your screen. You have to like move your mouse to that exact place and touch it. So the mouse is a very important part of a computer and is also an input device. Without mouse, there are so many things we cannot do. So number 4 is the CPU. CPU, which is the central processing unit. The CPU is called the brain of the computer. It processes data and controls computer operations. Now, like when I mean the brain of a computer, just imagine yourself without your brain. Eliana, can you imagine? Just imagine yourself without your brain.
What do you mean? I can't imagine.
Okay. I would
That's
say
not
a person without
possible.
a brain is literally useless. That's what I would say.
I mean, are you even
So the CPU is the brain of a computer. That should show how important the CPU is to the
sense?
computer. Because without the computer, it's like if you press A, you would automatically just get Z.
Or like
Yeah. And the full meaning of CPU is central processing unit, and the CPU is called the brain of the computer. When you talk about the brain of the computer, your brain should just go straight to the CPU. It processes data and controls the computer operation. It controls everything about the computer. Without the CPU, the computer is nothing. Okay, so number 5 is the printer. So a printer produces hard copies of documents, and it is an output device. We all know a printer is an output device. It's on its own, separately on its own, and it produces hard copies of documents. When you go to the cyber cafe, you want to print your CV, they'll print it out as an hard document, an hard copy, not a soft copy. A soft copy is when it's still on the computer, but once it comes out on the paper, it becomes an hard copy. That's what the printer is used for, basically to produce hard copies of documents, nothing more, nothing less. So number 6 is the speaker. Speakers produce sounds from the computer. I'm sure we all know what speaker is. We use phone. Even if you're under the sound of my voice, now I know you can hear me. And without your speaker, you wouldn't be able to do that. So the speaker produces sound from the computer. So now, what are the types of computer we have? We have the desktop computer. Now, this is a desktop computer that is used on the desk or table. You have to always place it on the desk. It's not something you can move around with. It has to just be in one place. When you want to work with it, you sit at the front of it, do your thing, and you leave. That is a desktop computer. It's supposed to be on the top of a desk or a table. Okay. Now, number two is a laptop computer. A laptop is very portable and can be carried around easily, which is what most people use now. I can't even remember the last time I saw a computer, but a laptop is very portable and you can move it from one place to another. You can work while sitting, you can work while lying down, you can work while anything in anywhere. Ever be in a public transportation and also okay with your laptop computer. Now, let's talk about the tablet computer. A tablet uses a touch screen for operation. A tablet is different from laptop, is different from desktop, okay? It's like a bigger version of your phone. The screen is not as small as the screen of our phone. It's just a bigger version of our phone. So you touch the screen instead. Don't need mouse for it. You have to always touch the screen. You don't need to use your mouse for it. You touch the screen, you tell it whatever you want to do, and it just do it. To me, I think that one is a very good one because it's easy to carry around. It's very, very easy to carry around. And some tablets make call, yeah. You work with SIM card, you make call with them, and all those things. So if you ask me, I would say yes. A tablet, a laptop is what most people use now instead of a desktop computer. So number four, we have the supercomputer. Now, these ones are very powerful computers that are used for scientific research. Very powerful. It's not something we see every day. It's not something we can just see anyhow. It is used for scientific research only and it's very powerful, extremely powerful. Now, what are the functions of a computer? What are the functions of a computer? Eliana, can you try? Give me one function of a computer.
Okay. Functions of computer. As you said, they are used in storing information or data.
Yeah, clap for yourself.
What is
Yeah. So that's actually number one. Yes, they are used in storing information. Very important. Number two, they are used in processing data. Number three, they are used in playing games for game lovers. Number four, they are used in browsing the internet. Extremely important. Just like I said about the tablets. Number just like now, I'm teaching with what a laptop. They're used in teaching and learning. Number seven, they're used in business transactions. Yes, you sell digital products online. You can make use of your laptop and sell digital products online. They're using business transactions. And number eight, they're using designing and programming. Programmer, website builders, app builders, they make use of these things. These are things similar to what our phone can do, and that is where our computers come in. Now, what are the uses of computer in education? I would want to say the use of computer in education, in banking, in hospitals, in businesses, and in communication. So let's start from in education. Now, computers help students learn and research. Because I see no reason why there will be a school that does not have computers for their students. Growing up, our school had computers, everybody had access to it. You can come there to learn, you can come there to make research. So it's really something that helps students. But now, in this modern time, I'm very sure most students even have their own in the comfort of their home already. They are used to it, they can always learn. If there's a thing or two they don't understand, they can always go to their computer to ask one or two. and it's going to give them what they are looking for. So it helps students learn and make research. Banks uses computers to keep customers' record. Yes, bank use computers to keep your record. Imagine you going to the bank and you say you want to print your statement of account and it's nowhere to be found. Why? Because no computer. So computers are used to keep customers' record in banks. Now, in hospitals, they use computers for medical records and treatments. Gone are the days when you go to your hospital and you carry your card to the hospital and try to give them your card, start giving them your medical file and all those things. Gone are those days. Now, when you go to your hospital, all you need to do is mention your name. They search for it in their system. They bring out your name, your medical record, everything they need about you. Then treatment can start immediately. That is that for hospitals. So now in businesses uses computers for accounting and communication. Accounting and communication, they use it to make calculations, it's the sales going out, the production money, everything. They use a computer to do all that. So now in communication, computer supports email, video calls, and social media. Yes, there's a limit to how many emails your phone can carry, but there's no limit to what a computer can carry. You can have as many emails as possible. And emails are also forms of communication because someone can send you a mail and you respond also to the person's mail. Okay, so it's also a very good form of communication. Now, what are the advantages of computers? They are fast processing, they have accurate results, they are easy communication, they have a very, very large storage capacity, they have access to information, and it improves productivity. Now, what is the disadvantages of computer? Eliana, do you ever imagine that there's a disadvantage of computer?
Of course, very well.
Okay, tell me one.
Well, for me, I think one of the disadvantages of computer is that uh, their battery they can always go down. So you have to charge it. If there is no light, you can't use. If there is no electricity, you can't make use of computers.
That's for computers. You know, there are different type of computers. Laptops are also computers. So there are some
Mm-hmm.
laptops that have very strong battery, very strong. Why there are some that once your light is going off, the laptop is going off. Talking from experience. Okay. So one of the disadvantages of computers are cybercrime. Most people are now using computers to commit fraud, to hack into people's personal data, steal people's money and things like that. Number two is health problems from excessive use. If you use your gadget too much, not just your computer, but your phone, if you use it too much, it causes eye problem. Are you aware of that, Eliana?
Yes, I am.
Staring at the light for too long can cause
Yes.
eye damage. That's why most people that uses laptop uses eyeglass already because the eyes is damaged already. So it causes health problem from excessive use. And sitting for too long also, because most times when you are working, you have to sit. Sitting for too long can cause joint pain, waist pain, back pain and stuff like that. So it also causes addiction to games and social media. There's a vibe playing game gives you that is different from when you are playing the game with your phone and when you are playing it with your system. Playing games with your system has a whole lot of vibe on its own, different from when you're playing with your phone. And it also exposes people to harmful content. Like children that are of age, that are not of age, rather minors, can get exposed to harmful content on social media that are beyond their age. So these are the disadvantages of the computers. Now, computer input devices. Input devices are devices used to enter data into a computer. Examples are keyboard, mouse, scanner, and the microphone. Now, computer output devices. Output devices are devices that display processed information. Examples are monitor, printer, speaker, and projector. Now, what are the safety rules in using the computer? Number one, avoid eating near computers. Number two, handle computer parts carefully. Number three, Avoid exposing computers to water. Very important too. Avoid exposing computers to water. Number 4, use computers responsibly. And number 5, sit properly when using the computer. Work on your sitting posture when you're using the computer because it can cause more harm than good if you're not well seated. Okay. Now, what is the importance of learning computer fundamentals? Number 1, it develops digital skills. Number 2, it improves communication. Number 3, it increases job opportunities. Like currently, the world is going digital. There are more of digital jobs than normal physical job that you have to use your strength and your power to do. So it supports education as well, and it encourages innovation and creativity. So, in summary of everything I've just said, a computer is an electronic device used for processing and storing information. Computer fundamental involves understanding the basic parts, function, and uses of computers. Computers are important in education, business, communication, healthcare, and many other areas. Learning computer fundamentals helps individual develop important technological skills for the modern world. So in summary, that is all I've taught you today. So Eliana, do you have any questions to ask me? You want me to ask you questions?
Um, Thank you for the teaching, ma'am. I would I would like you to go first with the question.
Okay. Yeah, based on I'm the one that taught this particular topic, and I said what I would want people to learn after my teaching. So I would ask based on that. Are you fine?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking, are you fine with that? I'll ask based on everything I've taught. I would not ask a question I've not said anything about. So are you
Okay.
ready?
That one. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Number 1, what is a computer?
A computer is an electronic device that accepts, process, and store and produces information.
Okay. Now, what are computer fundamentals?
Well, computer fundamentals are the basic concept and knowledge about computers, the
Hmm.
how computers work and their components. Like you mentioned CPU, you mentioned basic parts of the computer, you mentioned um, the computer parts, you mentioned the functions of computers, you mentioned the types of computers, uses of computers, and basic computers operation. Those are the yep.
Okay. What does CPU stands for?
Central processing unit.
Okay, why is the CPU called the brain of the computer?
Okay. Uh, CPU is called the brain of the computer because it is the one that processes data and it controls the computer operation.
Okay. What is the function of a monitor?
The function of a monitor include um so monitor function of the monitor, right?
Yes, ma.
Okay, so the function of the monitor is basically to display information on the screen. You said you taught us that it's called an output device, like we can touch it, we can see it, and we can feel it.
Okay. Next question. What is the function of a mouse?
The function of a mouse, the mouse helps control movement of the screen, and it is an input device.
Okay. Feels like you really, 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 really took this class seriously. So
Yes, it does.
for the next
Okay.
10 minutes, I want you to give us a breakdown of everything you now understand by computer fundamentals. Just If you have to reteach us, no problem. But give us a breakdown, break it down for us in a way that secondary school
Mhm.
students can understand. Let's know what you understand by everything I just taught now.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to make it brief based on what Miss Krista has taught us so far. So basically we learn about computer, the fundamentals and the basic part of computer. We also learned that computer is an electronic device which is used for processing and storing information. And we also learned that computer fundamentals are the basic concepts and knowledge about how computers work and their components. And one of the characteristics of a computer is the speed. That is one of the major characteristics of a computer. And we also learn about what CPU is. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit, and it is called the brain of the computer because it controls and processes all activities and instructions. The function of a monitor is to display information and images on the screen, and that is the function of a monitor. So the function of a keyboard is to enter data and instructions into the computer, and also talked about the function of a mouse. The function of a mouse is to move the pointer I mean, is to move the pointer and select items on the screen. Okay, so um, one output device is a monitor. An example of an output device is a monitor. So an example of input device is the keyboard. A printer is an output device that produces hard copies of documents and images.
Are you done?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
And also, we also talk about storage in a computer. Storage in a computer is the process of saving data and information for future use. One type of computer is a laptop computer. We talked about various computer. I also talked about the one that scientists used to use too. And we also talk about a desktop computer, which is a computer designed to stay on the desk and used in one location. And we also talked about a laptop computer, which is a portable computer that can be carried around easily. We also talk about a tablet. A, a tablet computer is a small portable touchscreen computer. One use of computer in education is online learning. One of the uses is it enables online learning, like we can easily learn from afar, from a very far distances. Let's say I want to go to a course, and because it's not here in my country, I can easily, with computer, learn it in another country. Well, I don't have to be there physically in the class. Another one is the one use of computer is hospital is store patient medical record because something can happen. Maybe they are unable to find the file, the physical file, but with computer they can always just go back to the computer, search for the name of the person, and it's gonna bring out all the information. And also, an input device is a device used to enter data into a computer, while an output device is a device that displays or produces information from a computer, just like I think, our monitor, or sorry, yeah, monitor is an output device. And one advantage of computer is fast processing of information. Okay. All right. So moving
All
on.
right. Okay, are
We
you
also
moving
learned that
on?
this, I'm not done yet. We also learned that one disadvantage of computer is cybercrime, and speed in computing is the ability of the computer to process data very quickly, and accuracy in computer is the ability of a computer to produce correct results. And we also learn about safety rules. One of the safety rules using computer is we should not touch the electrical part with wet hands, and we should be far away from water, and we should be very careful while moving our computers, whereby one of the computers that we can carry anywhere is our laptop. So we need to be careful while carrying it to and fro. We need to make sure that it's not eating anything, maybe the wall or anything at all. And computer knowledge is important today because computers are used basically in everywhere. Computer knowledge is very important. I mean, we need to have it. After all, in the 21st century, and computers are, I mean, technology is taking the world. So it's important because it's used in education, business communication, and many other fields. And one function of intelligence data. And also, we also learned automation in computers is the use of computers to perform tasks automatically with little human effort. And one communication activity done with computer is sending emails. We can send emails with our computers. So I am done. So I'm going to Miss Krista, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I'm gonna be asking you questions for the part I really do not understand.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on, please.
Okay, okay, okay. We are waiting.
So I want you to explain more on why computer knowledge is important in our today's world.
I didn't get that.
Okay, so I want you to explain why computer knowledge is important. Like why is it important in today's world?
Okay. So computers knowledge is important in today's world because computers are used in almost every area of life, such as education, business, communication, banking, healthcare, and also even entertainment. Now, learning computer skills help people access information easily, communicate online through emails and social media, improve learning and research, perform office and business tasks faster, get better job opportunities, and develop technology and innovation skills. So in our modern society now, many jobs and activities requires computer knowledge. People who understand computers can work more efficiently and compete better in the digital world. Yes, that's it.
Okay, okay, so between desktop computer, laptop computer, tablet computer, which one do you think is best to go for? Let's say someone is to buy a computer. So yeah,
Hmm.
think which one would you go for?
Me, I think a laptop is best.
Okay, why ma? Why do you think laptop is the
Because you
best?
can carry it from one place to another. Imagine you are traveling, you are a remote worker, and you are traveling. Yeah, you can still be in your flights and open your laptop and work. But if it's a computer now, you
Okay,
cannot carry it and move around because carrying your computer, you have to carry your CPU, and the CPU is not small. You know that.
okay, okay, all right, okay, ma.
Okay. Next question. We are waiting. Next question.
Is it for me?
Yeah, ask more questions.
Okay. What is storage in a computer?
What is what?
Storage in a computer.
What is storage in a computer? So, storage in a
Yes.
computer is the ability of the computer to save and keep data, files, and information for future use. So, let me explain more detailed. A computer storage allows users to keep documents, pictures, videos, programs, and every other information safely inside the computer. Stored information can be used again whenever needed. Now, examples of storage devices includes hard disks, flash drive, memory card, and then CD or DVD. So without storage, a computer cannot keep information permanently.
Okay. Mention one input and output device.
Of a computer, right?
Yes.
Okay. One input device is the keyboard, and one output device is the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Question.
Mention one use of computers in education.
Not getting you. Mention what?
One use of computers in education.
One use of computer in education. Okay. One use of computers in education is research and learning. That's for the students of a particular school or so, for them to be able to make research and learn. Students and teachers use these computers to search for information, study online, and complete assignments easily. That's it. What's next?
Okay, ma, that's all, ma.
I should ask me. Should I ask a question?
Yes, ma.
Okay. Okay. Goofy, I don't want to ask you something very simple.
Why?
Okay. Describe the basic parts of a computer and explain their functions.
Can you say it again?
Describe the basic parts of a computer and explain their functions. Describe the basic parts of a computer and explain their functions.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
the so you actually should describe the basic part of a computer, and I should explain their functions, right?
Ma'am.
Right?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. Okay, ma. So the basic part of the computer includes the monitor. Can you hear me?
Ma.
Okay, so basic parts of the computer includes the monitor. And what is the function of the monitor? The function of the monitor is that it displays information on the screen. Without the monitor, we can't see what you are typing. Even if we have all the stuff of the computer, and I will sorry. Even when we have all the stuff in the computer and we have no monitor, we can't even let's say we are typing or something, we can't even see what we are typing. We don't even know whether we are making a mistake or we are being correct. So, but monitor is the basic part of a computer. You see that even when the computer when the computer is working perfectly, but the monitor is faulty, we can't use the computer because the monitor is a very important part of the computer. So the second part is the keyboard. The keyboard is also the basic part of the computer. It is important because the keyboard is used for typing data into the computer. Case we want to type something or want to type a document or we want to write some stuff with our computer, without the keyboard, we can't do all of that. So keyboard is also the basic part of the computer and it is an important part of the computer. Mouse. Mouse, it helps control the movement on the screen, which is also an input device. Then we have the CPU, also known as the central processing unit. That was when our tutor asked me that can I function like do I ever imagine myself without my brain? I was
Okay.
like, no, I can't. I mean, how will I imagine myself without my brain? Like, how am I gonna function? I mean, humans without their brain, they are basically useless. Even robots, they have a brain because of you
Yes.
that you have to have a brain. So just like the brain of the computer is the CPU, which is important because it is the CPU that helps it controls the computer attention and it processes the data. And the number five is the a printer produces a printer produces hard copies of the document and it is an output device. We also have speakers. Speakers produces sound from the computer. So those are the basic parts of the computer and I've also described their function.
Okay. That was great. So let me ask you another question. Explain the meaning of automation in computers and its importance. Let me say it again. Explain the meaning of automation in computers and its importance. Explain the meaning of automation in computers and its importance. Those in the comment section, you're welcome. Don't forget to answer questions in the comment section and get a chance to win airtime, data, and more. Okay. All right, guys.
Okay. Automation in computers simply means the use of computers to perform tasks automatically with little human effort. That is basically what automation in computer is, and that's where you mentioned you saw a video online and you said someone sent something to the ChatGPT and the person was not getting what it's supposed to get, and he was just laughing. So
Okay. Can you elaborate more?
okay, so well,
I want you to
uh,
give us an in-depth of what you're talking about so we understand better.
okay, give me a minute.
Okay.
Hold on, please.
We are here for you. We are here for you. Yes, yes, yes. Elaborate more. Elaborate more.
Okay, so automation in computer is just the use of technology and software to perform tasks automatically with little or no effort. And our examples include automatic email reply, If you want to reply a work email whereby you're not available, you can automatically write a response that when this particular type of email entered is going to respond automatically to that sort of email. And we notice that the WhatsApp business also does that, whereby to tell you that if you're a business owner and you're using a WhatsApp business, it will recommend you that you have a reply that is gonna be sent to anybody that message you automatically, that the person does not have you don't have to reply the person. Even when you are unavailable, the message will still be sent. So that is an example of automation in computer. And data backup system, like there is an like when you set your computer in a way that it has to back up your document and your data. So automatically when it receives data or when it has an internet connection, you see that your systems start to back up itself and all of that. Another one is ATM machines. We see that our ATM machines, all you have to do is just put in your ATM card and put in your PIN. Then you see that money comes out uh, automatically. You don't have to do extra thing. You don't have to go to the bank owner to say, okay, oh, your ATM is in the card. Oh, what is the next thing I need to do? All you just have to do is just put in the ATM and um, put in your PIN, put the amount you want to withdraw. Then you're gonna see it. So in automation, instructions are programmed into the computer so that certain actions happen automatically when needed. When needed, instead of people doing every task manually, the computer follows the program commands to complete the work, just like the email response and the automatic email response and the WhatsApp business response. And also, we also have auto saving on computer. Just like when you are typing, we have Google Doc, you have what Microsoft Word. So when you are typing, automatically the stuff is saved on your laptop. And it is a setting that you have to do. You don't have to type in issue. You now carry it to the person that build the laptop. Okay, now I've typed, I have to save it. Then the person will now do one or two things to save it. You don't have to do all of that. So that is one of the importance of automation in computers. While you are typing your documents, whatever you are typing, they are being stored automatically. You don't have to go to travel to where you bought the computer before you saved your document. So that is that about that. And importance of automation in computer, it saves time. And it saves time because what will take you 5 hours to do within an hour or 30 minutes you are done. And it also enables your tasks to be completed quickly. Like it enables your tasks to be completed ASAP. Another one, it reduces errors. Computers perform tasks accurately. They reduces errors as long as you put in the right stuff into it. That's what it's going to do. Just like when Miss Crystal was talking about someone putting in the wrong prompt for ChatGPT, of course you definitely expect the wrong answer. So your own is just to put in the right stuff and you get the right stuff as well. It also improves productivity. More work can be done in less time. You can do a lot of work and it saves your time as well. It reduces human effort. People do less repetitive work. For example, instead of you saving, anytime you type on your laptop, you have to go to somewhere and go and save it. You have to, so meaning that if you type 10 times today, or if you are trying to write a book and you have to save it on your Google Doc 10 times today, that means you have to go to where you buy the laptop and you have to go to where you bought the laptop and they save it for you 10 times. So it reduces human effort and it reduces less repetitive work, meaning that you don't have to be going to where you bought the laptop to go and be saving your data, saving your stuff, and all of that. And also, it reduces. It works continuously. Automation system can operate 24/7, just like the email response and the WhatsApp response on WhatsApp business. Even if you're not online for 24 hours, the stuff will keep on sending and responding emails. So So that is that about automation. Although there are some disadvantages, of automation, it can lead to job reduction in some areas. You know that, okay, let's say as you were typing, you have to go and carry, you have to go, you have to travel or go to where you bought the laptop from. But since you can no longer do that, people that can easily transport you, they won't be able to do that because of automation in computer, and it also reduces electricity and technical maintenance, high cost of setting up automated system. So in summary, computer automation makes work easier, faster, and more efficient by allowing machines and software to perform tasks automatically. So, it's Krista, I'm done.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We understand better. Okay. So yeah, guys, a brief recap of everything I've said. I'll give you a brief recap in 2 minutes so everybody knows what and what they're doing. Everybody knows what they are to do. All right, guys. Brief recap on computer fundamentals because we're entering into a very interesting topic, a more interesting topic. So now I talked about the meaning of computers. I talked about the meaning of computers, which Miss Eliana also mentioned. She talked about the computers, the meaning of computers, what computers are, and also what computer fundamentals are. She talked about computers and computers fundamentals as well. Okay, so I don't know if there's anybody in the comment section and you can answer questions. Please let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section. Okay. All right, guys. Now you can answer questions as I'm asked, respond, and you get to win cash prize. All right, guys. So I see computers are important electronic devices used in all schools, offices, hospitals, banks, and businesses. They help people perform tasks quickly, accurately, and efficiently. Now, I also say computer fundamentals refers to the basic knowledge and understanding of computers, their parts, their functions, their uses. And learning computer fundamentals helps individuals develop the digital skills needed in modern society. I talked about instructional objectives, what I want to learn by the end of this class, and I'm very glad Miss Eliana did that fluently. I also talked about the characteristics of a computer. I talked about the basic parts of a computer. I talked about the types of computer. I talked about the functions of a computer. I talked about the uses of the computer in the education sector, back hospital, businesses, and communication sector. I talked about the advantages and disadvantages of the computer. I talked about computer input devices and output devices. I talked about the safety rules in using computers, and I also talked about the importance of learning computer fundamentals. And I'm very sure everybody understands. I'm sure everybody understands. Okay. So there's another topic I would like to take. Yeah. There's another topic I would like to take. That topic I would like to take. Okay. And it's democracy. The topic is democracy. Topic is democracy. Now I know a lot of us this in secondary school, secondary school back. I want to dive deeper into what democracy is. And democracy is a part of history and foreign affairs, in case any of us don't know. All right, guys. Now, democracy is one of the most popular and widely practiced system of government in the modern world. It is a form of government in which the people have the power to choose their leaders through and fair elections. Democracy gives citizens the opportunity to participate in the political affairs of their countries and allow them to enjoy certain rights and freedom. Now, the word democracy originates from the Greek word demos, meaning people, kratos, meaning rule of power. Therefore, democracy means rule of the people. What we get, democracy was originated from the Greek demos, which means people, kratos, which means the rule of power. So therefore, democracy means rule by the people. That's short description of what democracy means. So in a democratic society, leaders are expected to govern according to the constitution and the rule of law. Democracy encourages accountability, transparency, justice, equality, and participation in governance. Countries that practices democracy usually conduct elections at regular intervals to allow citizens to choose leaders of their choice, which is what we do for election. It's not as if the board members sit down and say, "Oh, I pick you to be president." But our opinions matters as well, and that is why elections are conducted. We are able to pick who we want and not pick who we don't want. It's always free and fair. Democracy means rule by the people. So you have to rule by us. We pick you to rule us. If we don't pick you, you can't rule us. Okay? So now, democracy also encourages freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of religion, and respect for human rights. Now, at the end of this class, I'd like to say what I would like my people to know. If you're under the sound of my voice, at the end of this class, these are the things you know. These are the things to be able to explain to me fluently. Number one, I want everybody to be able to define democracy. After what I've said now, you still don't know what democracy means, then I don't know if you can ever understand what democracy means. I would still give you an explanation of what democracy means again. But at the end of this class, you should be able to define democracy, explain the origin of democracy, mention the features of democracy, explain the principles of democracy, identify the types of democracy, discuss the importance of democracy, explain the advantages and disadvantages of democracy, mention the duties of citizens in a democratic society, explain functions of democratic institutions, and also discuss the challenges facing democracy. Now, what is the meaning of democracy? Democracy is a system of government in which supreme political power belongs to the people, either directly or through elected representative. Let me say it again. Democracy is a system of government in which political power belongs to the people, either directly or through elected representative, which is where election comes in. Okay, now democracy is often defined as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. What this means, I know you're supposed to be just saying democracy is the government and the people, by the people, and for the people, even when we don't understand what we are saying. Okay, so now I want to break it down and tell you what it means. It means government belongs to the citizens. Leaders are elected by the people, and government exists to serve the people. In a country where the government does not serve the people, then they failed. Because we picked them ourselves, then they failed. Because in democracy, citizens participate in governance mainly through voting during elections. That is the only way to participate. Now, let's talk about the origin of democracy, right? Democracy originated in ancient Greece, especially in the city state of the Athens. Now, in ancient Greece, citizens gathered together to make decisions. People participated directly in governance. Citizens discussed law and public policy openly. Modern democracy develops over time and spread to different parts of the world. And they spread to different parts of the world after they develop over time. Now, we call it modern democracy. Now, what are the features of democracy? Number one is free and fair elections. Now, democracy allows citizens to choose leaders through elections conducted peacefully and fairly. Yes, we choose leaders conducted peacefully and fairly through elections. Elections should be very transparent, they should be free from violence, should allow equal participation as long as you're age. Okay, there should be no limits, there should be no restrictions. Now let's talk about rule of law. In a democratic system, everybody is equal before the law. This means leaders must obey the law, citizens must obey the law, nobody is above the law. If a citizen do something and is being sent to prison and a governor do that same thing, the governor should also go to prison because nobody is above the law. Now, one of the features of democracy again is the respect for human rights. Democracy protects the right and freedom of citizens, which includes freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, freedom of association. Freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want to say at any time and anywhere. Freedom of religion, serve your God, let me serve my own. I can be a Christian, you are a Muslim, and you have a friend that is an idol worshiper. No problem. We have freedom to religion, we have freedom to movement, and we have freedom of association. As adults in a democratic system, we have a lot of free will that most of us are not even using our free will, which is bad. So another feature is political participation. Citizens are allowed to participate in political activities such as voting, campaign, joining political parties, and public decision. Now, as a citizen of a democratic system, you are allowed to participate in political activities such as voting. There's no limit to what you can who you can vote for. Nobody should tell you who to vote for or what to vote for at any given time. You are allowed to participate in political activities such as voting, campaigning, joining political parties, and public discussions. Okay. Now, separation of powers. Government powers are divided among three arms. Number one is the executive, number two is the legislature, number three is the judiciary. Now, this division prevents dictatorship and abuse of powers. It was divided for a reason. It's not as if they cannot join it together, they can. But it was divided for a reason. Prevent dictatorship and abuse of power. Now, majority rule. In democracy, decisions are usually based on the opinion of the majority, while protecting minority rights. So if Mr. A and Mr. B are contesting election and we all go to vote for them, why? Because it's part of our rights to vote for them. And we go there, we have seamless, free and fair election. There was no violence, there was no limit, there was no restriction. And Mr. A got a total of 60 votes, Mr. B got a total of 100 votes. Now, the majority will take place. Because in democracy, decisions are usually based on the opinion of the majority because they believe the majority should be the one protecting the minority rights. Okay, so the statement or the word majority carries the votes is true, and this is where it comes in. Now let's talk about the independent judiciary. This should be free from political control to ensure justice and fairness. Yes, judges should not allow the politics, people in the up that have and control them. Should be entire justice and fairness. There should be entire justice and fairness. I don't want to know if people involved in the crimes are presidents or they are citizens. All of them should face justice and fairness. There should be no criticism of any sort. Okay? So now let's talk about accountability and transparency. Now, leaders are expected to explain their actions to the public and manage public resources honestly. That's where accountability and transparency comes in. Now, our leaders do it's supposed to be exposed. Why? Because without us, we won't be in a position. We have the great power to put you there or bring you down. We voted for you, and that is the reason why you are in that particular seat today. Our vote counted, and that is the reason why you are there. So you are expected to explain your actions to the public and manage public resources honestly. Our taxes, our funds, you use them honestly, openly. Let us know where this money is going to. Let us know what is happening because we deserve to know. Now, let's talk about the types of democracy, not the direct democracy. In direct democracy, citizens participate directly in making laws and decisions. In direct democracy, citizens participate directly in making laws and decisions. Now, the characteristics of direct democracy is that citizens can vote directly on issues, and it is common in ancient Greece. Now, in direct democracy, before decisions are made, citizens like you and I can also make decisions, we can make laws at the same time. Okay, that is what direct democracy is about. Number two is the representative democracy. Now, citizens elect representatives to govern on their behalf. This is the most common form of democracy today. In Nigeria, United States, Ghana, South Africa, representative democracy is the most common. Okay, now what does it mean? Instead of all of us becoming governor on our own, we elect one person. Oh, okay, this is the person we want to govern us. This is the person we want to be our governor, and we come together and we elect a representative or representative govern on our behalf. And this is what we do in Nigeria. This is the most common form of democracy today. Now, let's talk about the principles of democracy. Number one is equality before the law. Number two is respect for human rights. Number three is political freedom. Number four is rule of law. Number five is accountability. Number six is transparency. Number seven is justice. Number eight is participation. Number nine is free press. Number 10 is tolerance of opposing views. Now, terms of government in democracy. Let's talk about the of government. I'm sure I mentioned it earlier before, but I will mention it again. So let's talk about the terms of government democracy. Now, we have the executive. Let's start from the executive. Now, what do we know about the executive? The executive arm implement laws and policies. Examples are presidents, governors, ministers. Those are the like our president currently is the executive arm of government in democracy because they implement the laws and the policies. Now, what are their functions? They enforce law, manage government affairs, and maintain security. That is their functions. Now, let's talk about legislature. We know we have the legislature and the judiciary. Now let's talk about legislation. The legislation makes laws for the country. Examples are the Senate and the House of Representatives. Okay, we have the Senate, we have the House of Representatives. Now, their function is making laws. approving budgets and representing citizens.
Hi,
Okay,
Crystal.
so
What?
let's talk about judiciary now. The judiciary interprets.
Sorry, Crystal.
I I did not get that.
Can you hear me? What's going on? How are you guys doing? Everything is working fine, right?
Okay, yeah, everything is working fine.
Okay, starting is back. So you continue. Then you guys can talk. But let him turn his laptop and then you know where you are. Okay, well done. You guys do. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I was talking about the judiciary. I was explaining the judiciary. Then the judiciary interprets law and settles disputes. Examples are the judges and the courts. Those are the judiciary.
What are we learning?
They settle disputes. Okay. Their function is ensuring justice, protecting citizens' rights, and interpreting the constitution. Okay. Those are the judges, the ones who are in the courts. Okay. That's for the judiciary. They are our judges, they are our not our lawyers, judges, and they work in the courts. We know them. So now, what is the importance of democracy? Democracy, number one, it's for the protection of human rights. Now, democracy allows citizens to enjoy freedom and rights. Yes, they allow citizens to enjoy freedom and rights. Number two, it encourages participation. Citizens participate actively in governance. Number three, peaceful change of government. Leaders can be changed through election rather than violence. Yes, when it's time to change our president or our governor, they serve their tenure. All we need to do is elect another president we want. Instead of going violent, fighting, and the rest of it, we just have a very peaceful election and the president or the governor is changed. Okay? Also, it promotes accountability. Leaders are expected to explain their actions to citizens. So they'll be very accountable for things they do and things they did not do.
Crystal.
Now, number five, it encourages national development. I Star King.
Are we learning law?
Are we?
Are we learning law?
Are we learning more?
Law. Law. LAW.
Yeah, we are talking about democracy.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, we're talking about democracy. Yeah, thank you. So it promotes equality because citizens are treated equally before the law. When a president commits a crime and a citizen commits a crime, they get dealt with the same way because nobody is above the law. Okay, it encourages national development because the government and the citizens work together for progress. Now, it also encourages political awareness because people become more informed about national issues when there is democracy. So let's talk about the advantages of democracy and the disadvantages of democracy. Okay? So now, advantages of democracy. Number one, I would say it's freedom of speech. When there's democracy, you have freedom of speech. You can say anything you want to say
Anything.
at any time, at any given opportunity. Okay, Star King, you said something?
Anything.
Yes.
Like you don't like the president or something.
No, you can. There's freedom of speech.
Okay. Continue, please.
So the next is respect for citizen rights. There's respect for citizen rights, but there are countries that does not respect citizens, or they take citizens as their slaves. But in a case like this, Both the citizens and the government, they are the same. It also promotes peaceful transfer of power, which means when a president is done with his tenure and he wants to move, all we need to do is conduct an election. Everybody comes out and vote for their candidates, and majority will carry the vote, which means the one with more votes is the winner. A very peaceful transfer of power instead of violence. It also encourages participation in governments. It also promotes accountability of leaders. Yes, because leaders have to explain to we the citizens how they used funds, what and what they are doing, makes them accountable for their actions at every given opportunity. Before they do something, they need to let we the citizens know. Okay.
Okay.
Now it also leads to promotion of justice. Promotion of justice, very important because some countries, some leaders feels they are above the law, but in a country that practices democracy, a leader is not above the law. He or she should do something that a citizen too is doing, both of them will face the law equally. No one has the right to be in a special prison or something like that. Everybody faces the law equally, no matter your status. It
So
also encouraged unity.
crime, if they do the same crime, the president
Yeah.
get less years, right? If they do the same crime, and let's say the crime is
President is not supposed to.
okay. If they do the same crime and let's say
Now imagine,
the normal person, the normal thing, you want to get 15 years for the crime, the president can't get like 10 years or lesser, right?
oh, it's 15 years. He has to get the exact 15 years.
Okay.
So now, what is the disadvantages of democracy? Number one is slow decision making. Very slow decision making, because imagine a president wants to do something, and instead of doing that thing immediately, he has to first of all hold a conference to explain it to us and for us to understand and give our approval before we now do that thing he wants to do, which is very slow. That is one of the disadvantages of democracy at this point. Number two is high cost of election. Yes, election is expensive, from campaign to getting the ballot box to getting different locations, because you have to put locations very close to people's houses where they can just like walk to vote and go back to their various homes, and to also avoid large number of queues and the rest of it. So election is very expensive. Now corruption. Corruption, because some people are now rigging the election. Election has become violent at this point. You can get to the election ground and you want to vote for Mr. A, and there are people there telling you, if you vote for Mr. A, I'm going to beat you. You have to vote for Mr. B. Vote for Mr. B. Vote you out of fear. You have to vote for that Mr. B because you don't want anybody to eat you.
And there is okay,
Now, corruption and political violence is everywhere.
there's also another type of corruption.
What did you say?
There's also another type of corruption.
Okay, tell me.
Um, the person can just pay the people. Like if you pay them extremely large amount of money.
Now, you can't pay everybody. No matter how much you have,
Like let's
you can't pay everybody.
read the votes, and maybe he'll switch up the votes or something, anything. You can put it as much as-
Like, you can like pay the person that has the final say. The
yes.
person that has the final say to say, oh, this is the winner. Yeah. You just pay the person. The person will just mention your name even when you're not the winner. Yeah, things like that happens very well, very well. They do. Okay. Which is what we call election malpractice. Election malpractice. There's also another disadvantage, which is a religious conflicts. Christian, Muslims, everybody, they are fighting just because, okay, the two people contesting, one is a Christian, one is a Muslim, and everybody is fighting themselves because they don't believe in another person's religion. You don't have to believe in another person's religion before you let them be. They don't see your religion the same way you see your religion. See your religion the best way you can see it, and let them see theirs the best way you want they want to see it. You can be a Christian and I'm an idol worshiper. Leave me alone. So worship my idol while you worship your own God in peace. That is just how it is, and that is the only way everybody can live in peace and harmony. Hope you understand. So
Yeah, I get.
that is it. So now, what are the duties of citizens in democracy? Now, one of our duties is to obey the law. We are to obey the law. We are to also vote during elections. We are to pay our taxes. We are to respect national symbols. We are to protect public property. We are to participate in national development, and we are to respect the rights of others. Not because we have freedom of speech, we now use our speech to hurt others. No, we are still to protect the rights of others. Now, we have different democratic institutions, which some are electoral commission. Now, these ones are responsible for organizing election. Now, the electoral commissions, they're the one that organize elections, put everything in place. That is their job. Now, we also have the political parties. Now, these are the present candidates for election. That's present the candidates for election. That is their job. Number three, we have the judiciary. Their main job is to ensure justice and protect the constitution. Number four, we have the legislature. They make law and represent citizens. Okay. Judiciary ensures law. Legislature makes law. Now, we also have the media. The media provides information to the public and promotes political awareness. I'm sure we know what media is.
Yeah.
Now, what are the challenges facing democracy? Number one would be corruption. That's the misuse of public resources affects democracy negatively. When you misuse public funds, you embezzle public funds, it's going to affect democracy negatively. Okay, including electoral fraud, which is the manipulation of election results, because things like this is going to reduce public trust. Nobody's going to trust you because let me now tell you something. Before people vote, they know who the winner is already. Before people vote, they know who the winner is already. So if I start voting and the winner does not come out like that, they know something has happened already. Because when you go to vote, you see the queue. There's a queue for Mr. A, there's a queue for Mr. B. Mr. A queue we have 2 people. Mr. B queue we have 100 people. And at the end of it, they will say Mr. A won. How did he win? Which is where electoral fraud come in, and it's a very big challenge facing democracy today. Now, we also have the political violence. Violence during elections threatens the peace. Yes, which is one reason why most people don't even go out to vote again. Because you can go out to vote and they are shooting, they are fighting, they are breaking bottles, they are rushing some people to the hospital. Imagine people that came out to vote peacefully are now beginning to get hurt. Which is why some people don't even bother to come out for election at some points. Now, illiteracy. Lack of education affects political understanding. Abuse of power. Some leaders misuses authority for personal interests. Yes, a lot of leaders do that. They misuse authority because they feel, yes, I have the power, and they begin to abuse the power, and they use it for their personal interests, not minding what the citizen will think, what they will say, what is the citizen interest, what they want to know. They just misuse this opportunity, misuse the power, abuse the power, misuse authority for personal gain and interests. Now, we also have weak institutions. Now, weak democratic institution affects good governance. Yes, when there's weak democratic institution, good governance will be affected. Now, what is the importance of studying democracy? Democracy helps students understand governance as a whole. It encourages responsible citizenship. It promotes political awareness. It encourages respect for laws, and it helps citizens understand their rights and duties. So I'm done with this particular topic. But before I end it, I would like to give a very, very brief summary about all I just said,
Okay.
which is that democracy is a system of government in which power belongs to the people. You and I, we are the people, and power belongs to us. Citizens participate in governance through elections and political activities. Democracy also promotes freedom, equality, justice, accountability, and respect for human rights. Important features of democracy include free election, rule of law, separation of powers, and political participation. Although democracy faces challenges such as corruption and political violence, it remains one of the most effective systems of government for promoting peaceful leadership and national development. Yes, Stacking, is there anything you want to add?
No.
Said no?
No. Can you hear me?
I'm surprised you don't want to add anything. I can hear you. I can hear you.
I get it.
Surprised you don't want to add anything.
I get everything.
Get everything right?
Yeah.
You have questions for me, or I should ask you questions?
Yeah, you can ask the questions.
Okay. I'm thinking of what to ask you. Thinking of what to ask you. Thinking of what to ask you. Okay. Discuss the origin and development of democracy from ancient Greece to modern democratic society.
What? I didn't hear
Did
you.
you get that?
I didn't hear you.
I said, okay. Discuss the origin and development of democracy from ancient Greece to modern democratic society.
Discuss the.
Should I come again?
Yes, please.
Discuss the origin
The origin,
and development
development
of democracy
of democracy,
from ancient Greece
formation degrees.
to modern democratic societies.
So I should basically say how they used to do it in the past.
Yes, like give us a deep insight of it, like in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes. Give us a deep insight. Let's understand better.
Hmm.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
Thinking.
We can learn more and understand better. We are waiting.
Hmm.
We are waiting.
How did they?
We still wait.
I don't know. I don't know. Sorry.
King, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I was asking, should we still wait?
I don't know.
Okay, you want me to answer the question?
Yes, please.
Come, I'm trying to send something to your mail because you are taking the next class. Okay. I'm coming.
Okay.
So let me just ask 5 questions, and I'll also be the one to answer them. So I told you to discuss the origin and development of democracy from ancient Greece to modern democratic society, right?
Yes.
Now let's talk about the origin. Democracy is one of the oldest and most important system of government in the world. Now, the word democracy, I said it earlier, was originated from two Greek words. So guys, please give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute. Yes, stacking. I want stacking to teach me. I want to learn from stacking. Stacking, did you get that?
Yeah.
Yep. I want to learn something from you. So don't worry. We take the next one, which I'm sending to you, like right now. Now to your mail. Thanks. Okay, so you can check it while I'm talking. All right. So democracy is one of the oldest and most important system of government in the world. Now, the word democracy originated from two Greek words. Number one is demos, which means people, and number two is kratos, meaning power to rule. Therefore, democracy means ruled by the people. Democracy is a system of government in which the people have the power to choose their leaders and participate in governance, either directly or indirectly. Okay, so now the origin of democracy can be traced to ancient Greece, especially the city-state of the Athens around the 5th century BC. In ancient Athens, citizens gathered together to discuss public matters, make laws, and take decisions concerning the government. This system was known as direct democracy because citizens participated directly in decision making without representatives. However, democracy in ancient Greece has limitation because only free adults, real citizens, were allowed to participate. Women, slaves, and foreigners were excluded from political participation. Now, the development of democracy continued during the Roman Republic. The Romans introduced representatives element into governments. Citizens elected officials to represent them in the government affairs. Roman laws and political structures later influenced democratic development in Europe. Now, during the Middle Age, democracy declined because many societies were ruled by kings and emperors with absolute powers. This period was dominated by monarchy and feudalism. However, certain events helped revive democratic ideas. One important event was the singing of the Magna Carta in England in 1215. The Magna Carta limited the powers of the king and established the principles that even the rulers must obey the law. This development contributed greatly to constitutional governments and democracy. During this, during the Enlightenment period, philosophers such as John Locke, Jean Jacques, and Montesquieu promoted ideas of liberty, equality, human rights, separation of powers, and government by consent of the people. These ideas encouraged democratic reforms across Europe and America. The American Revolution of 1776 also contributed to democratic development. The United States gained independence from Britain and established a democratic government based on constitutional principles, elections, and citizens' rights. Similarly, the French Revolution of 1789 promoted democratic ideas such as liberty, equality, and fraternity. The revolution opposed absolute monarchy and encouraged popular participation in government. In the 19th and 20th century, The democracy spread to many countries around the world. Voting rights expanded gradually to include women and lower social classes. Political parties, constitutions, and representatives institutions became common features of democratic society. After World War One and World War Two, many countries adopted democratic system of governments. International organizations such as the United Nations promoted human rights, freedom, and democratic governance globally. In Africa, many countries adopted democracy after gaining independence from colonial rule. Democratic Democratic practices such as elections, constitutions, and political participation became important parts of governments. Now, modern democratic societies mainly practice representative democracy, where citizens elect leaders to govern on their behalf. Modern democracy is characterized by free and fair elections, rule of law, respect for human rights, separation of powers, political participation, freedom of speech, and accountability and transparency. Today in democracy continues to develop as countries work to improve governance, protect citizen rights, and encourage peaceful political participation. Although democracy faces challenges such as corruption, political violence, and election malpractice, it remains one of the most widely accepted system of government in the modern world. In conclusion, democracy originated in ancient Greece and developed gradually through various historical events, revolution, and political reforms. From direct democracy to the Athens to representative democracy in modern society, democracy has evolved into a system that promotes participation, freedom, equality, and responsible governance. Okay, Stacking, are you here?
Yes, I'm listening.
Right. So that for this topic. So you are taking us on our next topic, right?
Yes.
So the floor is yours. I'm listening.
The next thing is computer history, computer science. That's the next thing I have.
The next thing is what?
Computer fundamentals. Computer.
Done that in your absence. We've done that.
Uh, so then what am I going?
We've done that already in your absence. I sent a mail not quite long to you. Sent a mail not quite long to you. While you were away, myself and Miss Eliana has done that.
Let me look for the mail.
Okay, can you see it?
I'm checking.
Okay. So we don't keep our audience bored. Guys, you can answer questions in the comment section. Don't not forget. You answer questions, you get paid. You win either cash prize, airtime, or data, whichever one you would prefer. If you want to earn more, you can do a tax. You do the tax and you have the ability to earn more. Okay, while we are teaching you learn, you think fast and you win faster. As you can see, learn fast, think fast, and what win faster. That's simple. Okay, guys. Stacking, are you ready for us?
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Seen it?
Yes.
Right. So I'll be muting my mic now so you take over and teach us. Thank you.
Okay. So this is history. History and forgotten affairs. 12 pages. Okay, let's do this.
We can barely hear you. Your voice is very low.
History and forgotten affairs. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Okay. So, World War One and World War Two. World War One and World War Two were the two greatest and most destructive wars in human history. These wars involved countries across the world in massive destruction. I'm glad I wasn't there, right? Anyway,
Right.
that'd be terrible. A lot of people died during that time. Okay, so the loss, love, people lost their lives, economic hardship, political, political instability, social changes, and so okay, and then now we move on. Two wars changed international relationships, politics, science, technology, military strategy, and the global balance of powers. Millions of soldiers and civilians died during the conflict, and many countries suffered severe economic damage. World War One was fought from 1914 to 1918. 4 years. Wow. While World War Two was fought from 1939 to 1945. They didn't even wait that long. They only waited like 10 years and they started fighting again. Right? Like 10 years. Wow. Let me see. The World War Two lasted for 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 5 years. Okay. The two wars affected most almost every continent and led form- formation of important international organizations such as the League of Nations, the United Nations Organization, the United Nations Organization. Instructional objectives. Instructional objectives. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to define World War One and Two, explain causes of World War One, discuss major events during World War One, explain the effect. If I should read this. Part One: World War One. Meaning of World War One. World War One is a was World War One was a global conflict fought mainly in Europe from 1914 to 1918. Two major groups known as the Allied Power and the Central Power. In World War One, World War One is also known as the First World War, the Great War, or the Great War. The war began after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. I pray I'm saying the name right. Of Austria-Hungary. Countries involved in World War One. Allied powers. The Allied powers included of Britain, France, Russia, US, and Italy. Central powers. The Central powers included of Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. The causes of World War One. Number one, assassination of argued friends Fernandin. I seriously found this in Argued Friends Fernandin was the heir of the throne to Austria. He was assassinated in June on June 20 on June 28th, 1914. So in Sarajevo by Glavo a nationality. This event immediately caused war. The alliance system. Europe, Europeans formed alliance for protection and military support. Major alliances included the triple entry, which included Britain, France, and Russia, and the Triple Alliance, which included Germany, Austria, Hungary, and Italy. When conflict began, alliance members joined the war to support their partners. Number three, militarism. Countries increased military strength and production in countries increased military strength and completed in arms production. In arms production, they were very powerful armies, and navies were creating fear and tension. Impersonalism. European countries competed for colonies and territories in Africa and Asia. The competition increased rivalry, rivalry among the nations. Number five, nationalism. Strong strong national pride and desire for independence caused tension between the ethnic group and the countries. Major events ha- Major events during World War One. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. Austria-Hungary blames Serbia for the assassin of the president. Germany invades Belgium while attacking France. Britain joins the war to protect the Belgians. Number three, the trench of warfare.